Badaru gave this warning while delivering a keynote at the third national conference of the Forum of Former Deputy Governors of Nigeria in Abuja with the theme Strategic Solutions for Good Governance, Food Security and Sustainable Growth in Nigeria. The minister, who was represented by Special Advisor Technical Ahmed Jibrain, says the armed forces will not relent in bringing all enemies of Nigeria to justice. He assured Nigerians of their armed forces' commitment to providing security in order to boost food security in the country. In the meantime, the House of Representatives has summoned the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, over the spate of kidnappings and other security challenges across the territory. The House also summoned the Commissioner of Police, Peter Okpara, and the Director General of Department of State Services, Adiola Ajayi, to appear before the House Committee on FCT, Police Affairs and National Security and Intelligence. The summons followed a motion of urgent public importance moved by Ismail Dabo during plenary session. Dabo had said he recently lost his aide to operatives of One Chance who dumped her body by the roadside after robbing her. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has blamed the disunity in the country as the reason behind the country's lack of achieving greatness. The former president disclosed this in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital, when he received the 20-member delegation of League of Northern Democrats led by former governor of Kano State, Ibrahim Shekarau. He said despite the uninspiring situation of things in the country, he remains an incurable optimist about things turning around for good for Nigeria. Obasanjo also blamed regionalism as practiced before obtaining independence in October 1960 as the foundation of the country's prolonged lack of cohesion. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has urged the Senate to invite the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and other relevant agencies to substantiate the drug-related allegations made against the Deputy Senate Leader, Yisa Ashiru. The agency, in a statement by spokesperson Femi Babafemi, had alleged that the senator's residence in Kwara State was raided after intelligence revealed it was being used as a drug joint. Recall that the agency had hit back at Ashiru and they accused it of being the most corrupt and compromised agency during the last week's debate on a bill seeking to establish the National Institute of Drug Awareness and Rehabilitation. Speaking after a motion by Ashiru at plenary, Akpabio dismissed the agency's claims, describing them as motivated by personal vendetta, just as the Senate constituted a 6-member ad hoc committee to probe the allegations. Farouk Lawan, a former member of the House of Representatives, has regained freedom from the Kuje Custodial Center in Abuja. Lawan, who was the chairman of the House of Representatives ad hoc committee on fuel subsidy regime, was arraigned in 2013 after he had allegedly demanded a bribe of $3 million from billionaire businessman Femi Otedola, who had accused him of receiving the sum of $500,000. The bribe was said to help influence the removal of the name of his oil company from the list of indicted entities in the fuel subsidy scam of 2012. Justice Simon Ameboda of the Federal High Court in Kano has restrained the state's Independent Electoral Commission, (CANSIEC), from conducting the local government council's election scheduled to hold on Saturday. The judge held that the appointment of chairman and members of the commission, being card-carrying members of the New Nigeria People's Party, which is the ruling party in Kano State, is in contravention of sections 197 subsection 1 and 200 subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and section 4B of Kano State Independent Electoral Commission Law 2001. The court also held that the commission, as presently constituted, cannot conduct the local government council election. It therefore directed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, not to release election materials to CANSIEC unless when properly constituted. And still in Kano State, his Bar Commission has declared a Jigawa State Commissioner for Special Duties, Awalu Sankara, wanted. Sankara had earlier been arrested by operatives of the commission on allegation of having an affair with a married woman. Global Television's correspondent Idris Jibrain tells us more.
Addressing a news conference, Commander General of the Kano State Hisbah Commission, Aminu Ibrahim Daurawa, says Awalu Sankara and one Tasnim Babanabeg were arrested along Lamido Crescent on suspicion of having an affair. Hisbah officials went to the venue where they were, where we are suspecting them to be. And we met them there inside car. Even the Tasnim herself, she hits 5 of our operatives, destroy their phones, but still we managed to arrest them and brought them here to Hisbah Command. Awalu was granted a bail but refused to show up to the command for possible settlement with the husband of Tasnim. They requested for settlement and Hisbah agreed that they should settle out of court, especially Nasiru Buba and Tasnim, because they have children in between them. I personally called Awal Sankara to come here. He told me he is not aware that there is going to be a settlement here today, but he said he is coming. So we have waited this long. He has not come. So right now we are declaring him wanted. According to Tasnim husband, one Nasiru Buba, he has been suspecting his wife's affair with Awalu Sankara. Hence his official report to the Hisbah Commission, whose operatives later stormed Awalu's guest house at Lamido Crescent in Kano.
It's not like allegedly, you understand? Like we have evidences, we have videos, we have a lot of things, audios and so on. We've been tracking them with Hisbah, and sometimes even the police helped us in some of the movement.
Although all attempts to speak with Awalu Sankara were not successful, the Jigawa state government has since announced the suspension of Awalu pending investigation into the allegation against him. From Kano, Idris Jubrin report.
Thank you, Idris. The West African Examinations Council, WAEC, says it is set to conduct the second series of its computer-based West African Senior School Certificate Examination from Friday, October 25 to Friday, December 20, 2024. The council disclosed this in a statement by spokesperson Moyoshola Adeshina. WAEC says the examination would adopt the hybrid mode of delivering the examination, adding that the registration period has been extended to Tuesday, October 29, 2024. The Supreme Court has reserved judgments in the suit filed by 19 states challenging the constitutionality of the laws establishing the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The court is to communicate a date for judgment to all parties. The plaintiffs in the suit anchored their claims on the Supreme Court's precedent in Dr. Joseph Nwambike versus Federal Republic of Nigeria, arguing that it was the United Nations Convention Against Corruption that was reduced into the EFCC Establishment Act, noting that in enacting the law in 2004, the provision of Section 12 of the Nigerian Constitution was not followed. They therefore argued that in bringing a contravention and convention into the Nigerian law, the provision of Section 12 must be complied with. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu says the federal government is investigating Gulf of Guinea as a major route for arms trafficking into Nigeria. The NSA made this known at a 2-day seminar on climate change and the changing dynamics of arms proliferation and insecurity in the Gulf of Guinea, Nigeria in Perspective in Abuja. The seminar was organized by the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons Office of the National Security Advisor in collaboration with the Global Network for Human Development. Edo State has recorded 240 cases of Lassa fever and 21 deaths between last December and March this year. Joseph Okwegwale, Medical Director and Director of Viral and Emergent Pathogens Control and Research at Irwa Specialist Teaching Hospital in Edo State, stated this during the first edition of the College of Medical Sciences lecture series organized by Edo State University titled University Community Collaboration in Lassa Fever Research, Advancing Diagnostic Capacity and Vaccine Development in Nigeria. He stated that the World Health Organization had classified Lassa fever as a priority disease for research and development. You're watching Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the news returns, the federal government bans cooking gas exports over rising prices. Details of this and more right after this short break. Please stay with us. points above Ecuador, host Dominican and New Zealand. The Flamingos have been in blistering form in the South American nation, winning their first 2 games, scoring 8 goals and conceding just 1. Confederation of African Football (CAF) has today announced its decision on the March 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying Group D tie between Nigeria and Libya. Recall that the Nigeria Football Federation had lodged a complaint with CAF after the Libyan authorities subjected the Super Eagles to inhuman treatment upon arriving in the country for the second leg against the Mediterranean Knights on Sunday. CAF President Patrice Motsepe, during a press conference after the 46th Ordinary General Assembly in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, says a proper investigation was ongoing, leaving all fingers crossed ahead of the decisions today. Ahead of today's judgment, some football enthusiasts have expressed worries and concern following Motsepe's comment that the football body will go hard on offenders over poor treatment of visiting teams. That's the proper thing to do. But that's also the much we have for you on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365, Star Times 276, and free to air on Nightcomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. I'm Uyag Mofugbe saying a big thank you to you for watching.